In this video I'm going to create a 2 advertising board. First thing you want to do is right click on the ground and click on create. So we do that, that creates a prim. Next thing we want to do is make that hollow, so we right click on the prim and then click on edit. So I'm going to make that hollow, so I'm going to highlight the hollow area, and I'm just in there, I'm going to type in there 80.0, and that makes it nice and hollow for us. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drag out a copy of that, and how I did that, I held down the shift button and then I just dragged the prim upwards along the blue axis, and that produced a duplicate prim. Now the top one, I'm going to use that for the inside, so I need to fill that back out again. So so at the moment it's got hollow is equal to 79.9, so I'm just going to type in there 0.0, and that fills it back in. The next thing I want to do is I want to make the dimension slightly smaller because that's going to be the inside. So for that I'm going to change the X dimension, which is currently 0.5 to 0.45, and press tab, and the Y dimension, which is green, I'm going to type in 0.45 and press tab, and that makes that smaller. I want to change the width as well, so we're going to change the width from 0.5 to say 0.2, so 0.2, so type 0.2 there, and tab, and then I'm going to drag it into the prim. So that's how you create that. So that could produce a very small advert box, but that would be really a bit small for our needs. So really I want to make that a lot larger. So currently we've got it at 0.45, so let's make that say 2 meters, 2 point, and then 2.0 as well. That makes it a bit wider. And for the top, I'm going to click on that and select that. I've got that highlighted, so I want to make that a bit larger than the bottom one. So I'm going to make that 2.1 and press tab, and 2.1, press tab. So that makes it wider. So for the outside, I want to make that the colour for that. I want to make that brown wood colour. So I've got that highlighted, so I'm going to click on the texture tab, then click on texture, and then I'm going to type in the filter text area, I'm going to type in wood. I'm going to go down to where it says, and because that brings up all the list of things that has wood in it. I'm going to click on wood through rich wood flooring, so click on that and then click on OK. Next and then the next thing I want to do, I want to just join those two together, but I want the center to be the root prim. So the root prim is the prim that you click on last. So currently the outside prim is selected. So to join them together, I'm going to hold down the shift button, and then while the shift button's down, I'm going to click on the center, and that actually highlights, so that selects both of them. And while that's selected, the next thing I want to do is click on the control button now, hold down the control button and press L, and that links them both together. So now we've created our box, our advert board. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate that upwards. So to rotate it, I'm going to go to the Object tab, and where it's got, and then I'm going to go to select the rotate area. So it's along the green axis I want it to rotate. So I'm going to go down to the bottom where it says rotation, and where it's got 0.9, I'm just going to type in there 90.0 to rotate 90 degrees and press tab, and that's rotated at 90 degrees for me. At the moment half of it's in the ground, so I want to raise that up. So click on move, and then I'm going to use the blue drag arrow to drag that up. So now we've created our advert board. Now within that I'm going to put, so now we've created that, we go to the content area here, and we're going to put a script in there which I've already created, and this script is going to actually allow us to be able to do the actual mechanics of making this actual work for the script board. So first of all I'm going to go into my inventory folder. Okay, so I'm going to click on my inventory and open up the inventory, and we're going to go into the folder that has the script. So just go down to script, click on that, and drag this down and open up that scripts, and then where it's got text changer, click on that, and I'm just going to drag that. I'm dragging that over. So while I'm dragging that, I'm holding down my left mouse button and dragging it literally across to the area, the content area. It hasn't gone. I'm just going to try that a bit with that a bit nearer. I'm going to do it again. Click on that, highlight it, and then drag it across. For some reason it's not going. Let me find out what's going on. Okay, let me check the permissions, make sure that permissions set. So right click on it, click on properties, and just make sure all the properties are there. Yep, copy, share, modify, copy to anyone, to group, next owner, modify, copy, transfer. I want all those selected, so that's good. So close that. So I'm going to try it again. So click on it, right click on the object, and then drag it across. It doesn't seem to want to go across. Okay, this time it's gone across. Lovely. And now that is completed. So just click on close. Okay, so now this is all ready now for actually putting in my adverts. So all you need to do now is right click on it, click on edit, and make sure you've got the content tab selected. You can drag in some textures which would be your adverts. So for